talk to him.
Yeah. You already know what it is. The boys is in the building. Sports Unplugged. I just gotta let this.
Above the clouds. Above the clouds.
I can't give you the words because we ain't trying to get flagged. You know, Primo will come for his money, but we let this instrumental rock real quick. All right, man. You know what it is. It's Sports Unplugged. It's your boy, the Dustin Legend, Leon Rogers. Media Mind in the building. What up, man?
Yellow. Hello. What's good?
New music alert, man. I'm going to keep it real.
Go ahead and
dog.
talk to the people, man.
I'm going to keep it real. And remember, now we talked about albums that we liked, that we thought might vibe for Album of the Year for us hip-hop. So far on my list, and far be it if somebody want to add to this list, but so far who I got J.I.D. new album this year, Crazy. Freddie Gibbs, Alfredo 2, Crazy. Chance the Rapper, Crazy. I don't care what nobody say, that album is nice, right? West Side Gun, The Hills Have Eyes 3, and then the Clips, right?
Yes. Still in heavy
album.
rotation.
Now, just when you think I got them 5 that's crazy, Young Jeezy enters the goddamn chat, man. Still Snowing. Now, I don't know if they're going to call this an album or a mixtape because it's a DJ Drama Gangsta Grills joint. But, bro, when I tell you, man, look, man, I call it tuxedo bando rap. Grown man trap, tuxedo bando. I'm talking about when you listen to this, you age till about 40, 45. If you a YN and you listen to this, your mentality is literally going to shift to about a 40, 45-year-old that then got to the bag and now is enjoying life. This is Cuban cigars, women, and cigars. Bottles of the finest, 19 before you was born. Riding top down. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we can just ride to it?
Come, man, I'm telling you.
Is this a late summertime Shy album?
Jeezy took all of the R&B hits from the late 80s and early 90s and is spitting hot fire over them. It don't even make sense. I know. You sitting up here listening to me right now saying, Leon, Jeezy over, yes, he raps over Don't Disturb This Groove by the System.
That's important.
He raps over Jamaica Funk.
Everybody can't do that.
They open up the album. He's rapping over some.
And these aren't samples. This is a full loop.
The full loop.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, Jeezy.
I slap the shit out of anybody that come tell me that album is trash. You just don't know hip-hop. It's just Jeezy in a different light. I swear to God, like, because I always thought Jeezy, trap rapper, not a lyricist, but kind of, you know, in the DMX, Chuck D mode, stuff they say and they drop it so, bruh. Super fly shit, Jeezy.
Hey, look, I'm excited now. You know, I haven't been excited for a Jeezy anything in a long time.
Bruh, Still Snowing is hard.
Okay.
Fuck what you talking about. That's on rotation. Just airport, it's on rotation. I'm talking about I didn't skip.
Are you going to play it tonight?
Yes. When I'm riding, going, doing whatever I got to do.
At your DJ gig, are you playing it tonight?
Yes. There's several songs that I will spend because literally he's using the old 80s R&B joints.
Oh, that's an easy play. Yeah. Okay.
It's going to bop. Like women it's tuxedo bando.
And you heard it here first, people.
Grown man trap. You will age 25 to 30 years when you listen to this. All you YNs, pop it in and get a whole new outlook on life in the dope game and what it can bring you. I'm not telling you to go sell dope, but if you do, you want to end up how like Jeezy is on this album.
Say less. I'm a fan. I'm going to listen. My long ride home. I'll call you immediately and tell you that I concur because I trust your musical ear.
I wouldn't lead you wrong, brother. I wouldn't.
I believe in you.
Lead you wrong. I put that on Leon Rogers Sr. with the square afro.
Ooh.
Niggas that know. If you know
Ooh.
me, you know what I'm talking about. I don't need to explain to nobody. This is where we're insert a picture of my father, so you absolutely know what I'm talking about. But hey, let's get to it, man. A lot to talk about in sports. Let's start off with the WNBA, right? We talk about the WNBA on this show. You know what I'm saying? A lot. And Napheesa Collier, who just got put out by Phoenix and had a bad injury on the last play off a steal, which caused her coach to go ballistic. I thought her coach was going to throw hands with one of the refs, but Napheesa Collier ended up tearing her ACL. She's got ligaments torn or whatever. On her exit interview, you know how they all sit down and they talk to the press before they leave. She did a 4-minute scorching of WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. She said, while the WNBA has the best players and fans, it has the worst leadership in the world. Listen, not in sports, in the world. So there are Girl Scout troop leaders, she feels, that can run the fucking WNBA better than Kathy Engelbert.
Now, I agree with the young lady, Miss Collier.
Or not only do you agree, when it hit Twitter, everybody, Caitlin Clark, everybody piled on.
Now, if I'm going to play devil's advocate, I could easily say this is a disgruntled employee.
No.
All right. Or she used the example of her husband who runs the 3-on-3 league that did very well, and they're paying their players a whole lot more money than the WNBA. And she says her husband, who is the commissioner of the league, runs it better. She said, I haven't heard from the commissioner at all, ever.
Listen.
Right? I think that it's important. It's important that these ladies speak up about this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanted to find a reason to hate, but it wasn't a whole lot there. My thing is, I mean, how many people go to work every day for a bad boss?
A lot of us.
A lot of us. Okay. My only thing is the timing on this. Why now? Is it because the season is over? Because you could have been pitching this shit from the beginning of the season.
Well, how about because maybe she's fed up. This injury, the lack of calls, the lack of accountabilities on refs, it just all came to a boiling point. She goes on to talk about, she argues that the league leadership, the commissioner, lacks accountability and they prioritize power and control over collaborating with the players. Like Adam Silver, for as much as people talk crazy about him, he does try to, hey, players, how can we make this work? She's saying that old girl just like, hey, this is what we doing, this how y'all gonna do it, and if y'all got something to say about it, we gonna find y'all. Now, let's just say you already ain't making no money, and she hitting you in the head with fines. You already ain't making no bread.
Sounds like plantation work to me.
She said inconsistent officiating has reached a crisis point, undermines the league's integrity. She said she called the league's repeated denials of a problem an insult to my intelligence and suggested officials are using the WNBA as a stepping stone rather than taking their job seriously.
Did you know that the refs are not full-time refs? They're part-time.
Exactly. And they're trying to get to that next
It's like
spot.
a fucking high school ref coming in who don't care nothing about it. I'm trying to get NCAA. I'm trying to get to D1, D2, whatever. That's fucked up. This is a professional league.
Of course, we know about the compensation for players is disproportionately low. She said, now I didn't know Engelbert said this. She said, the low salaries for young star players like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, and Paige Buchers, who are driving significant league revenue, Collier claimed Engelbert dismissed these concerns by stating that Clark should be grateful for $16 million in off-court endorsements. Now, if that commissioner said that, she foul as hell.
Plantation. And what's even more crazy, this is the same commissioner during that weak-ass All-Star weekend that was out at the clubs with them juking and dancing and trying to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Right? This is bullshit. I don't like it. There's no way that I can even spin this. This is as bad as it gets when you talk about professional sports.
This is the craziest one to me. The league, she said the commissioner feels that the league is succeeding despite its players, not because of them. That's crazy.
Plantation. That's my word for the day.
I can't listen, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. And I have to say it. WNBA takes 3 steps forward, 4 steps back. This, even though this needed to be said and it needed to be done, the way it's being done in the media, pundits, naysayers are going to say, look at the women bickering, catfighting out loud in front of everybody to see it. This would never happen in the NBA. Adam Silver would never, none of the players would never call out Adam. They do it behind closed doors and we find out from a reporter, but they would never go and sit, you know. I just think the WNBA is going to get a bad rap for this, but it needed to be said. And I'm with the ladies on this, man. Get her up out of there. But now you get a new commissioner. It's kind of like you rebooting the system.
So I was trying to find out how much the commissioner makes. It's not publicly available, which to me, it's a little concerning. Okay. I'm also concerned about the fact that she has this plantation mentality because more than half the league is black.
Black.
Okay. Yeah. So we know who pushes the needle, right? You can't run this the way that you're doing and then expect the players to come out and play for you, regardless of what you just closed the deal on this new CBA, right? Everybody's about to get paid.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, they're not happy.
At all.
And these are women. So an unhappy woman can really be a scorned, evil, vindictive woman. What if they strike?
Well, see, that's just it. If they strike, they ain't hurting nobody but themselves.
They can still go overseas and they can still play in
everybody can't. Yeah, but is everybody gonna get to go overseas? You know, yeah, your stars get to go make some money. Your stars get to go play in the 3-on-3. But what about the 10th girl on the bench? Where's she going?
She can join the 3-on-3 with
How? You got only a limited number of teams, a little number of spots.
We're going to expand quickly.
With that being said, look, if they expand, the money gonna get lower for everybody else.
That's true.
So it's like it's a catch-22 for the ladies, but I hope the NBA steps in, I hope the NBA right now hears this and starts working on a contingency plan, a new plan to put in place, and then take a new commissioner. Now, what I might have a problem with if it ends up being Napheesa Collier's husband, that's gonna look.
It's a conflict of interest.
That's gonna look shady. But if they get somebody and say, hey, we're gonna put you here and this is the plan, y'all run it. But then how does that make the WNBA look? Big brother gotta come give you the way to fix this shit.
It is what it is. Certain things, it just is what it is. We're talking about the WNBA who is running or ran by a woman, right? And I don't give a fuck how much shit changed. Certain shit just not gonna change. Women do not get along, bruh, right? And this woman is running it as if she has big balls, and she's taking all the credit for the doubling of the revenue from 2019 to 2022. It went from 60 to 120. She's big balls around that bitch.
But why we didn't say that about David Stern? Why we don't say that about my man who runs the NFL? When men have big balls and they lay the iron hammer down and this is what it's gonna be. Why don't we say that about them? Because some David Stern was hey, say what you want. You wasn't finna talk crazy to him. You wasn't finna say nothing slick to him. You know what I'm saying? David Stern kind of ran off a fear platform too.
Who's more important in the WNBA, the commissioner or the players?
The players.
The players make the league.
I think the players have always been more important.
What is the job of a commissioner?
To run the league.
To run the league.
But what I'm saying
for your players.
But what I'm saying is, I think the players have always been more important than the commissioners, right? But I think the commissioners ran off it's just like a guard on a prison deck. In prison, it's 75 prisoners on the deck, and it's 2 guards. But why do the prisoners never attack the guards and take over the deck? Because they're institutionalized and they train to stay behind the lines or whatever, and the 2 guards. But if one prisoner say, you know what, man, it's 75 of us. It's 2 of y'all with no weapons. This deck could be ours in a matter of moments. And I think, and that's bad. I'm not saying that NBA players are prisoners, but I'm just saying that's the thing. Like, the commissioner, when players started standing up for themselves and saying, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that, of course, there's more money being exchanged in the NBA than it is in the WNBA. But like those players could strike, but you got guys making 250, 150 million. They could survive a little bit longer than a young lady in the WNBA who, like Angel Reese said, like my salary for the season is what, 75 grand?
Yeah.
So, but Angel Reese has endorsements and stuff to support her. You know what I'm saying? She had NIL money coming out of college. That girl who from Iona who just made the team, man, that little 40,000 she getting.
She need that. I get it. Well, at the end of the day, be better. All right, get in the gym. I don't know what you want me to do with that, but I just think as a commissioner,
God damn,
yeah, you got to be better, bro. You got to be better. Her inaptitude to adjust is going to cause some sort of labor stoppage.
It is. I think it is. But I hope they don't. I hope they go. Like I said, I hope the powers that be in the NBA say, hey, look, you might as well go ahead and clean out your desk. You out of here. We can't bring you back. When we got one of our star players who's hurt, who might not play next year, and she feels it's due to poor officiating.
Who's been in the running for the MVP.
MVP, right? And now you got people like Aja Wilson and everybody backing her up. You got to go. So we're going to get somebody else in here, and we're going to lay a blueprint down for y'all. I just don't want it to look bad on the women like they can't take care of their own business.
Can a man run this league?
Yes.
A
woman can run this league. I think
she's a bad example.
You know who I think they should get to run this league?
Dawn Staley.
First of all, I think you need to get somebody to run the league for them. Stop going for the business person all the time, right? Even though I would love to see like a Nancy Lieberman.
She's nice too. She killing down in the big three.
She's straight with it. You know what I'm saying? I like to see a Nancy Lieberman step in there and take that role. She would understand the player's viewpoint, but she's also been out of the game long enough as an analyst to see what's going on the outside. Now, I don't know what her business acumen is, but I'm pretty sure the commissioner has people around them. It's just like everybody that run for president ain't versed on all of the shit that goes on. They got a cabinet. That's why you have people around you to say, hey, well, he ain't too tight in world relations, so that's why I'm here to help him out with that. I just hope they figure it out because the league was starting to turn for the better. Great talented players are coming in. You still got Juju Watkins on deck. You got a lot of people that's coming in, and the league's just going to get better and better. But you don't want them coming in to no bullshit. Bottom line. I just don't want them to come to bullshit. I hope they get it together, and I hope they get it together soon.
Well, Nancy Lieberman is out of there. Sheldon Miller's out of there, unless they have something that I don't know that they have, and that's a law degree. You have to have a law degree. That's one of the prereqs.
See? That's dumb shit to me.
It is.
Why?
I got
to have a law degree, but I got somebody there to break down contracts.
Make it make sense. I don't like it. I don't like it.
And when the players are negotiating with you for the, collective bargaining agreement, they ain't lawyers. I don't know, man. Let's see. And like I said, far be it for me the one to give ideas. I'm not in the WNBA. I just don't want to see them get mocked and ridiculed for not being able to handle their own business, and Big Brother has to step in and handle it for them. But it looks like that's where it's going. That's what's going to have to happen. NFL.
It's ugly out here right now.
Horrible injury.
Ugly out here right now.
Last week, man, to Tyreek Hill. Prayers up to Tyreek Hill. I'm just get right to it, man. Torn several ligaments in his knee. That was the most gruesome shit I've seen since Joe Theismann got his leg broke by Lawrence Taylor.
Good call.
And I'm talking about the man people was like, he clapping and all that. I was like, he was in shock. Like he literally was loopy and out of his mind. Like, I don't know if you ever tore up something or broke something. I've had my arm, I've had the backside of my hand touch this part of my arm before because my wrist was broke. And all I could do is look at it and be like, oh,
yeah, I broke my ankle. This shit was just hanging like a six-pack.
Like you don't even realize, you don't feel pain or anything. It's just like a state of shock. But is this it for the cheetah that we know?
No.
Right around time too, New Deal, you're going through a lot of stuff with your wife that's on divorce. You got a gang of kids you got to take care of.
And that was going to be my point. This is now time for you to reconnect with your family, bro. You're down.
Shit, you better reconnect with a check.
You're down right now. You got a bunch of guaranteed money. Sit down, rehab, rest, connect with your kids. They're going to need you right now because you're not going to not come back after this. We got one return, right? Everybody comes back after their first ACL. Right now, they are a shell of themselves, but a shell is better than probably half the people in the league. I would take them. I think the Chicago Bears could use them in some fashion.
Stop.
I'm just throwing it out there.
Stop.
I'm just throwing it out there. You wouldn't take Tyreek?
No. Not after an ACL injury. Whoa. When a player that small, his whole game is predicated off of speed.
Yes, you're right.
He's not Odell Beckham Jr., right? When he blew his knee up, right? Odell Beckham Jr. game was not predicated on speed. He can run routes. He can catch over everything Tyreek does is predicated off speed. And if he comes back, what made him different from everybody else, he could run a 5-yard slant, catch it, and vanish. Now, if players can run and keep up with him, he's a little guy. He's
lost his edge.
He ain't red zoning nobody. He ain't mossing nobody in the end zone. You're not doing a George Pickens. You're not doing my man that's in Pittsburgh right now that was with Seattle. Receiver, what's his name? Greater 50-50, but looked like a machine. Built all crazy.
He in Pittsburgh right now. Yeah,
DJ Metcalf.
Yes.
You're not 6'1", a guy with size like a Justin Jefferson who.
He went from a premier player when he comes back he's just a wideout.
Yeah.
He's just a wideout. And the NFL does not wait on anybody.
So I that's my only thing. I want to see how he comes back from this knee injury, but hey man, that ACL, and they say he tore a lot of ligaments, not just the ACL. Like all of next year is gone. So now you sit a year in the NFL, it's speedsters coming in every day, man. And how is Miami going to treat him considering how he's been talking about even being in Miami? At one point in time, he said something like, I wish I could go back or trade, him and Tua throwing shots at each other in the media. They making up, but we know it's bullshit. He feel a certain way.
The truth is this, right? At 80%, he's still faster than most cats in the league. But eventually, that Ferrari turns into a Honda.
And how old is he? That's another thing too. Let's take his age into account.
Let me tell you.
How old is Tyreek Hill? He ain't 20, 25. I think he closer to what, 30, 32 or 33 than he is to 30. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this, like coming off the knee injury, a guy that uses 31. So, okay.
Ooh. You might want to pack it up, bruh.
I ain't going to say pack it up, but he's going to have to develop. He's going to have to be able to run routes like Antonio Brown.
So he's going to need a new skill set after rehab.
Yes. I don't think it's just going to be I'm running by people no more. That straight line speed, I don't think it's just running up the sidelines and I'm wide open. I hope I'm wrong. Let me say that. I do hope I'm wrong.
Well, in my spare time, I'm a doctor, and I see these cases all the time.
Boy, I'm about to get fired up.
And I'm going to tell you like this here. He's not coming back. He's not coming back.
I mean, Odell Beckham Jr. wasn't the same when he came back. After he hurt his knee in the Super Bowl with the Rams, never was the same. Now, everybody was like, well, what about Adrian Peterson? Different animal. Savage. You know what I'm saying? Seek contact, all that. Tyreek is a speed guy, a burner. I don't know. Now, somebody who I think should hang it up is Russell Wilson. I think he should bow gracefully. I think he should leave. I remember on the last show I was talking about, damn, they just did him dirty. 2-3 games, y'all put me on the bench. But after watching them playing that, was it the Chiefs game? It was horrible.
Bad.
It was horrible. And then it didn't help that the young boy came in, Swagoo. New York loves swag. He came in, Swagoo, got the win against the Chargers.
And showed up.
Against an unbeaten team, which I think is very phony. But we'll get to that later, which I think they're pretenders. But now, what do? Do you bow out gracefully? I mean, I think he's a professional. I think he's gonna help Jetson Dart or whatever. But do you ask for a trade? Maybe try to go to Cincinnati. Say Joe Burrow is out for the year. And if you Cincinnati, do you look at a Russell Wilson? Do you ask the Giants, hey, go ahead and give us Jameis? Or do you go to Atlanta and say, hey man, Kirk Cousins sitting on y'all bench ain't doing nothing. Go ahead and let him come on over here.
The entire league saw this. So in my opinion, no one's scared of Russell Westbrook and what Wilson, excuse me, and what he can produce. Like, he doesn't strike fear in defenses. They know that he's at the end of his fucking career. Again, I said it last week. When you get benched in front of your team, your coaches, the entire league, the fans, he's been struggling mentally this last 2 weeks, week, or whatever it's been. Just gracefully bow out, wait for your Hall of Fame jacket, and go home to
that ain't guaranteed.
It ain't, but I think he gonna get in there. No, that's another conversation.
Yeah, that's another guy. So you don't think a change of scenery, better offensive line, somewhere where he don't have to run for his life? Because we are talking about the Giants. We are talking about one of the bottom of the barrel teams in the NFL. With a great receiver, man, shout out to Malik Neighbors, man. The NFL got to do something about turf, man, because cats is just tearing their knees up left and right. Shout out to Malik Neighbors, man. Get back, next year, work out. But he tore his ACL last game. He's done. And that was the best receiver that the Giants had.
He's 36 years old. What else do you have to prove? You came, you saw, you conquered. You did what you did. You've been a great father. Some may call you lame. You got one of the baddest women on earth. You got money. Oh, yeah. You're good. You've done what you're supposed to do in this wonderful game of football.
Man, you're a former athlete, though.
I am.
It's hard to leave it alone. It's hard, bro. That's all you've been doing. You've been in film study. You've been in sessions all this time and still doing all that, what you talking about now. The one thing that I got that's literally mine, that I don't share with anybody else in my family. I don't have to discuss this with my wife, whatever, the locker room, the field, the prep and all that. He might live for that still. You take that away from him. It's kind of like when old men retire, they can't sit still. They go get a job at Walmart. No, damn well they ain't supposed to be out there working at Walmart. But if they feel like if they sit still, I'm going to die, man. I'm out of here. I'm not saying he's going to die, but I'm just saying I feel like does he go into coaching? Does he go into... I think he'd be a great analyst.
Yeah, no, does he stay around the game? For sure. But again, just as well as I do, being married weighs on you. And your wife is probably in your ear since y'all been married.
No.
He's been fighting this time for a while. He just hasn't said anything. And I guarantee you, when he starts his pod or he takes the analyst job, he's going to let the world know that he already had these thoughts. They all do.
How do you think he would do as an analyst?
He's well-spoken. He got charisma. I think he'd be fine.
I think he would be the most hated analyst by players ever.
Worse than RG3? Okay, tell me why.
Well, I mean, his own locker room didn't like him in Seattle. You know what I'm saying? So that's why let's talk about the corny thing. I don't ever think he was corny for being a good husband to Sierra and taking care of the kids. And that's wasn't what he was corny. I always looked at it like the locker room didn't like him. The Legion of Boom started that shit. Like, man, dude, don't fuck with us. You know what I'm saying? When we band together, we going to do something. I don't fuck with us. And I get it. You the quarterback. You different. You know what I'm saying? You kind of got to get catered to. But if you go look at all of the great quarterbacks, what's one thing they locker room say about him? Hey, man, y'all say Aaron Rodgers is an asshole, but Aaron used to hang with us. Tom Brady used to come kick it with the guys.
Yeah, buy a Rolex or two.
Offense and defense. Tom Brady used to go, hey, man, hold us down. Vrabel and them speak out. Like when Peyton Manning. Hey, man, Peyton was that dude. You know what I'm saying? Eli. Giants said the same thing about him. Hey, man, Eli, a good dude. Gomer Powell, a good dude. Mike Strahan, all of them, you said that. I didn't get that from him. His teammates, he had a few teammates that liked him on offense, but the defense was like, nah, man.
Hey, man.
Nah.
He a black quarterback, man. Nobody got time to be catering to y'all. You know what I mean? I need all minds. Fuck y'all.
It's just, I always take it back to, remember when Philadelphia brought T.O. in and Donovan McNabb was there? And everybody was like, T.O.'s a disruptor. I said, might be true. I'm not going to deny that. But how do you split a locker room if your quarterback is the man? T.O. could not have went to Baltimore at the time and had some beef with Trent Dilfer. Ray Lewis and all the guys would have been like, hey man, nah, what you not gonna do is talk shit to that man. That's he's one of the leaders on this team. He's not the leader because we basically a defensive led unit, but you're not gonna talk crazy to him. You wasn't gonna go to New England and talk crazy to Tom Brady. That whole locker room would be on your ass. But the fact that T.O. was able to go to Philly, I was like, man, do the bitch. And it was some people that felt like that. That speaks volumes. So what I'm saying is, I'm not down that Russell Wilson is a nice guy. He looks like a nice guy. I would love to sit down and have a conversation with him. But guys like Richard Sherman, the safety that retired, you know what I'm saying? That whole Legion Boom, that secondary, Bruce Irvin, all them dudes was like, man, dude ain't fuck with us and we ain't fuck with him.
He probably don't got enough nigga in him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a little block in you. You know what I mean? And he may not, right? And so the other guys who are of that ilk, they just look, this is a podcast. We have to call it like we see it. And you know, I straddle the black and white fence
I ain't
a lot.
mad at you.
You know what I'm saying? And I can see, I know black guys who are like that. It just,
no, of course.
Right? I don't take it personal, right?
The corporate guy.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have a drink with you, but on this field, let's do what we do. I'll rock with you on this field.
But that's my thing. Like, if I'm going out here and I'm putting up numbers, what do you care? It's like the whole Caleb Williams nails painting thing, right? I get tired of dudes hearing that as an excuse about football. Because if Michael Jordan painted his nails, you wouldn't say a motherfucking thing. Because you want to know why? Mike is winning. Or Mike crosses somebody and dunk on somebody. Dennis Rodman used to wear panties and wedding dresses.
No one said a word.
Nothing. So Jim McMahon was the punky QB, earring in his ear and on one side, you know, half crop shirts. Nobody said nothing because the 85 Bears was dominant. And the defense messed with Jim McMahon. That's our guy. We go to war with him. And that's what I mean. I think Russ didn't have that an effect, and it affected him later on in his career. Now, I will say, some shit he does was corny. Like when he went to Denver and that Let's Ride shit, that was corny as shit to me. Bronco Nation. Let's ride. Fuck out of here. I wanted to just start singing, we're brothers. We're
singing and we call like,
give me a hug.
Hey, look.
It used to piss me off.
I'm going to tell my man, Russ, thanks for the memories, champ. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, if I'm Russ, man, I think I go ahead and walk off into the sunset with my wife. Unceremoniously, I just leave, you know what I'm saying? And if people want to show me love, they can. And I go tell CBS, ESPN, or FS1, hey, I'm here. I'm available. Let's do it.
I want to keep the conversation going.
Okay.
In reference to the NFL. I saw my man Gilly and Cam Newton.
Gilly ain't got one of these. No, I'm just playing. Right? I don't want no smoke, Gil.
They were on FaceTime, yada, yada, going back and forth, and more or less squashed their beef, but then they had the football conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard Gilly say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We're running the ball. It is what it is. And then we got A.J. Brown complaining about getting touches.
Yeah. Is
this a selfish tweet especially when you're winning? I understand you won't touches. I want to shoot too. But I feel like when players do this and they do it publicly, it lets me know that you're playing for a different reason.
See, I want to say it's that, but I also think from a football standpoint, A.J. Brown is also saying, we can't keep, you ain't going to keep winning like this. It's going to come a point in time where they're going to put 8 in that box and that run shit ain't working. Because it ain't like Saquon having a year like he had last year. We winning games ugly. But A little bit, I would say 35 to 40% of it is selfish on AJ's part, but the other 60 is like, dog, you got weapons. Me and Devontae Smith take the tops off defense. I go across the middle. Goddard, red zone threats. And I don't want to put it and say it's because of Jalen. I think the OC needs to open up the playbook.
That's fair.
And let them throw the ball early, right? Because we know y'all can run the ball. Tush push, all that. We know, but we got to start throwing. I think A.J. Brown is like, I got to start getting targets. Because, receivers are like racehorses, man. You got to get them warmed up, lathered up. He got to get that first catch across the middle, take that contact. Yeah, we playing football. Now, boom. Oh, 7-yard dig. He can't guard me. Now he got to do some end zone. Head top, touchdown, demoralize the cornerback. Take him out the game. I know what coach told him, hey, don't worry about it, next play. But no, a motherfucker's cooking you. It affects you. Man, damn, he over here, I'm one-on-one. Hey, man, you got him? Yeah. No, you don't. I'm finna light you up, bro. Now, they got a roll coverage on Brown. Now, Devonta get off. Now, Goddard get off. Now you can hand that ball off to Saquon, and he knocking off 6, 7, 8, 9-yard runs. But some people will say this is a direct cause and effect of what we mean about why some people don't think Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback. Because he not throwing the ball all over the field. But I don't think they have to do that to win. I think their defense is good enough where they can have a nice little mixture. If Jalen Hurts throws the ball 20 to 25 times a game and 8 to 9 of those shots are downfield, I'll be happy. But you can't target. Like, they targeted Brown, I think 9 times in this last game. But shit, half the targets was throwing out of bounds. They was throwing his way like they weren't really a chance for him to catch the ball.
It's no rhythm there.
Yeah, so
I get it.
So I think a little bit of it is selfish because he's a receiver. Every receiver, but people will say, well, you don't hear that from Devonta Smith. That ain't his character. Brown gonna talk like, I came from Tennessee to come over here to catch the ball. And the first year we played together,
got busy.
I got busy.
Well, then I'm going to shift the blame. I'm not going to put it on the offensive coordinator or the head coach. In that huddle, those are your guys. Call an audible. Hey, man, give me the motherfucking ball.
But you call an audible and you throw a fucking interception. Now the whole city of...
I got to eat that.
Yeah, you can eat that. Yeah, that's easy to say. But you play in Philly. You piss them people off. You will go from, we love you, fuck out of here. You get the cheesesteak thrown at you on the sidelines. A hot, steaming hot cheesesteak straight from the concession stand. That's how crazy Philly fans are. I'm just saying, I think, I don't like the way Brown is handling it by going through social media, right? But I do think somebody needs to tap the OC on the head and say, hey, man, let's run some shit where he get off. He make a mistake, he make a mistake. That's part of being a quarterback.
I believe you do have to keep...
throw it.
You got to keep him happy. I understand that.
Because you're paying him a lot of money.
And he going to get tired of blocking. And then he going to miss some blocks on purpose.
And watch this. I got a Super Bowl. I got my check. I'll get the fuck up out of here and go somewhere with somebody who may not be as athletic or great as a quarterback at you, but I know I'm going to get my targets, I'm going to get my throws, because now I'm thinking legacy. I got my ring. I got my money. Now I'm thinking, how can I supplant myself as one of the top 5 receivers of all time? And that's why receiver is such a crazy job, because it's quarterback dependent. Just like quarterbacks depend on receivers to make plays. But I think, Jalen's doing a good job playing, talking about the shit in a quick way. But at the end of the day, man, I just think later on down the year, late in the season, when you get into some tight games,
he gonna say, I told you so.
You're gonna have to start, and he's gonna be like, I told y'all. See, now y'all want to start trying to throw the ball. Well, we should have been doing this all year and took our bumps and bruises in the first. But I get it. They unbeaten. What's the argument you're gonna have against it when playing this style of football? We 4-0.
And that's what it goes back to my point that I believe it's a little selfish. I think you could have kept that internal.
That's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
selfish part.
That's the selfish
I don't
part.
like that he put it. I didn't even like the book shit last year.
True.
You know, little subtle shit, little weak ass shit like that. I didn't like that. But at the end of the day, he may have been wrong in how he displayed the message, but I don't think the message is wrong. I think what he's trying to say is, look, man, it's going to come a point in time where we're going to have to get out the gates early and put numbers up on people.
And that
instead
involves
of doing
me.
this last second, you know,
Yep.
thank God he can run and scramble 3rd and 7 and get the first down. What if that shit don't happen?
Well, sir, I would like to ask you this. Are the Baltimore Ravens
I know what's coming.
cooked or contenders?
So I'm going to say this right out the gate. My pick for the Ravens going to the Super Bowl.
Let's talk about it.
And my man being MVP, shit look kind of crazy right now. You got the hamstring going, but that's all right. Ravens are not cooked, and let me tell you why. Because of the division they play in. Who they got to worry about. Let's go look at everybody in the AFC. Go look at everybody in, I think, the AFC East. Who we got all over there? We got Pittsburgh. We got Cleveland. And who else?
Let's see
We got
here.
the Ravens, Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
No. We got, hold on.
I know it's the Ravens and Cleveland. In fact, and Pittsburgh in that division too.
No, they AFC North. North.
Ravens.
Right. No. So Ravens, Browns, Bengals, and Steelers.
Fuck, they got to worry about over there.
Steelers.
Stop it.
I mean, you see what the
Steelers
fuck that old man
Steelers
doing?
record?
2-0. No, 3-1. Excuse me, 3-1.
3-1. You think the Steelers really gonna run away with that division? And have they played Baltimore yet? They got to see Baltimore twice. Okay, has Baltimore lost to anybody in the division? Think about who Baltimore has played to start their season.
They're 1-3. I don't give a fuck about the end of the division.
Nigga, they played killers out the gate.
So show up. When you're not showing up.
What I'm saying, this is why they're not done. They played Detroit, lost. Super Bowl, a Super Bowl caliber team, a playoff caliber team. They played Kansas City, lost. A Super Bowl caliber team, a playoff caliber team. And who else did they lose to? What's the third loss?
The Bills. Bills. Yep. 40-41.
So they put numbers up. Their defense is just trash. When's the last time the Ravens had trash defense? They were built off defense. And all the games, it's been a shootout. Except for the Kansas City game. They got their asses handed to them. And who was they one win against?
Let's take a look here. Your trash. No, that was preseason against the Cowboys. Who they get that one against? I don't know.
Probably the divisional opponent. But I'm saying, their 3 losses are to 3 teams that people have picked to go to the Super Bowl. Detroit gets picked. Detroit and Philly are the 2 best teams in the NFC, right? Would you say? The Bills and the Chiefs are fighting to see who the best team in the AFC, along with the Ravens. So they're not cooked. Pittsburgh got to see them twice. They're going to beat the shit out the Bengals when they play them. And the Browns, listen, love their defense, but Joe Flacco ain't going to get you nowhere. Well, I think Gabriel did.
Yeah, he out of there now.
Dylan Gabriel about to start now.
He's starting, and they kept Flacco at QB2 and still got Sheduer at QB3, which is weird. I don't like it. Yeah, it is.
Why?
Well, I'm going to tell you.
You hear what Sheduer? And I know we getting out there.
No, I love that. Let's go there.
Did you love that?
You goddamn right I did.
That's his fucking problem.
No, Leon, no. Listen here. No matter what Sheduer Sanders says.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. No, don't do that.
He's going to be critiqued.
Yes, but you can say certain things that's going to get scrutinized more than others. To sit up and say, hey, you see the other quarterbacks in the league? I'm better than that. Don't do that.
So guess what he did?
Don't do that.
Guess what he just recently did? He did pantomime. And then the reporter asked him again, what did you... Right? I love that because at the end of the day...
being an asshole now.
At the end of the day, he's a 23-year-old kid who's been played with by this conglomerate called the NFL.
Then get the fuck out the league.
Damn, that's how you feel?
No, this is what I'm saying. Let me show you how he can handle this.
He got to be a corporate guy?
No, I'm not saying he got to be a corporate guy. This is what he can say, and without demeaning himself or anybody else. That's the problem. Like when they ask him a question, of course we know you believe in yourself. Of course we know you think you better. But this is what you say. Hey, listen, I'm just studying, doing what I need to do to move up this depth chart, to move up the depth chart in Cleveland. If the owners see fit, and coach see fit to give me a chance, I want to go out there and prove myself against the best. Can't nobody shit on you for that. You didn't shit on anybody, and can't nobody shit on you. Sometimes you have to play the game, man. You know that. Sometimes you got to play the game. Everybody talk that rah-rah shit, but when it come down to your job, I bet you if I go to your job right now and a motherfucker get to talking crazy to you, you gonna play the game because you don't know if you're gonna find another job like the one you got. Now, you might have some people that got the balls to sack up and say, I'm willing to risk it all and lose it all. But in this day and age, if you know, and that's what makes me a little upset with him. One, you're not your father. Now, if
he's a starting QB, he can do that.
Starting QB, you can, because guess what? I'm a starting QB, not only a starting QB, if I'm dominant, if I'm Tom Brady, for as fucking great as he was, wouldn't go out there and say, he'll say, I want to be the best. I want to make it hard. I want to be the best. I want people to be chasing after me. He wouldn't go out there and shit on everybody. It's a way you do things, right? If you ask me right now, do I think I'm the best DJ in Chicago? Well, hey, I haven't been doing it that long, but I think I'm one of the best. I think I can hold my own against anybody. I'm not shitting on nobody. I'm showing myself love. It may be people sitting at home like, get the fuck out of here. You ain't better than Sean Mack. You ain't as cold as Jay Iller. And that's fine. But I didn't diss them.
He didn't say anything. So now it's a diss because he doesn't say anything?
See, you keep going to that.
Because that's what it is.
I'm going to the first one, and he caught flack for that shit. That's why he doing that shit right there. So what you're trying to do is, you're trying to take a page out of my man book.
Yeah, I'm only here because so I don't get fined. Yes.
And guess what? When he said that, they was getting on him for him talking shit about his own team. About how he didn't get along with people. So he's like, all right, since y'all gonna do this, since y'all want me to play games, Marshawn, or he was talking about black rights and all that stuff. They didn't like that. They wanted to silence him. So now, when they ask him a question, I'm just here so I won't get fined. And that was a truthful statement because you had to make yourself available to the media. He still, at the end of the day, he was being an asshole. But when I'm saying to do the pantomime shit, it's like you mock. This all you had to say. When people ask you a question, how hard is it to just go, hey, listen, man, I'm here on the Cleveland Browns. I'm third on the depth chart. I'm going to do everything to help the guys ahead of me be better. And if I get my shot, I'm gonna try to show the world why I deserve to be a starting quarterback too.
You're not wrong.
That's it.
You're not wrong.
That's it.
You're not wrong. But
What's wrong with that? Niggas' pride gonna get them fucked. I'm sorry. Because I'm passionate about this. I see people throw away careers off of ego. I've seen comics do it, like off of ego. Bro, what the fuck, bro? Your ego is gonna... I'm not saying you got to be a sellout. And all the people that's going to be like, oh, real niggas shit. Them the same niggas that be sitting in the barbershop telling you shouldn't go to the military because it's the white man's army. But you spent 10 years in the white man's jail. Shut the fuck up, man. Lower your ego. Stop sending people off. I think Sheduer can be a good long-time quarterback in the NFL, right? Possibly maybe even a franchise-changing quarterback if he gets a shot. But you gotta get the shot. If you know coming in they was on your bumper on bullshit, you gotta play the game.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just giving pushback because I like the petty. You know what I'm saying? I love the petty.
Keep you buried on the bench.
On the bench, but he ain't broke. So,
that's a
whole nother thing. That's what I'm saying.
Moving the goalposts about his money. He don't give. If you ask Sheduer tomorrow, hey man, if you could turn in your NIL money for a chance to prove that you was a starting quarterback in the NFL, the football player in him will say, yeah, I'll do it.
I agree.
So what we doing?
I liked it though. I liked it.
You can like it, but
liked it.
But it's the same difference of sending niggas off at the party, man. Go touch that girl ass. Yeah, you know you got that little dumb guy in your crew. He wanna be down. He wanna hang with y'all so bad, and y'all send him to do some stupid shit. Then he get his ass whooped. Hey man, why y'all ain't help me? Ain't nobody tell you to go over there and touch her ass. Yeah, you did. You said touch her ass. You ain't have to do it. That's all I'm saying. Just because it's there, you don't have to do it. Listen. Again, Sheduer Sanders, when he gets a chance, I think he's going to show the world that I belong in this league and I can play in this league for a long time. But we gotta. What if Dylan Gabriel goes out and say he get hurt, right? Flacco can't go. He get in and do his thing. And he get down, right? That's the shot he needed. Now if he playing at a high level and winning, and they come and say, all right, Dylan, back healthy, you go back in, the fans will turn on the Cleveland Browns. Remember Gladiator? Win the mob. If you win the mob, Sheduer has them. He know people like him. He's got the highest selling jersey on the team, right?
Yes. In the NFL, actually.
Okay, that's great. But you have to win the mob. Now, if Dylan get in there and ball, now what?
So was this an attention-seeking moment, you think?
I think it was a faux pas. It was a slip of the tongue. It was him being 23 and not assessing the situation.
That's fair.
That's what I think it is. I'm not going to kill the guy and just say he's saying shit to be a dick. I think he's really speaking from his heart that he feels that he's better than people. But media training, you got to learn how to, and not do that shit on your podcast or whatever, because that get put out there too. Just man, listen. When I get my shot, I'm gonna prove to you all that I deserve to play in this league. But for right now, my role is to help QB1 and QB2 be better QBs and to help this franchise move forward. We got a great defense. We got great leaders on defense. Man, we got great people on offense. Joe Flacco is a mentor that I look to seek knowledge from. And I'm just here to learn and soak up injury. And whatever happens, happens.
Do you think it's an NFL owner or a coach that saw that and has been watching how he's been responding to media and saying, you know what, I like this kid?
It's somebody there, but
I'm not talking about on the field, but just
no.
Okay,
I think somebody like a Ozzie Newsome is looking at Sheduer and was like, damn, if we didn't have somebody who's gonna be with us for the next 9 to 10 years, I'd go tell them, hey, let's trade for them. But the places that would take him, they solid at QB. They solid. Except the Saints.
Ugh.
But hey, whatever. Just say he went to the Saints. You're not gonna tell me Sheduer Sanders is not as good or better than Spencer Rattler.
I'm with you. I mean, look, I'm of the ilk.
You know,
there's no Sheduer Sanders slander. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not with that at all.
He got to help. Look, we rooting for him.
And I give the young boys probably more slack than I probably should, right? But I always take into account, I don't care about your money. I have 23 and 22-year-old kids, daughters, who consistently make mistakes.
Yes.
Right? So I understand the psyche.
Yes.
I would say that I would pull them to the side, hey man, look, that shit was funny as hell.
But here's the difference though, Ma. We regular Joes. You grew up in the spotlight. You grew up with media all around you. You grew up but see, the problem is
keep going. That shit sound good.
You grew up in the spotlight. You grew up with media all around you. You grew up in an era where cameras was everywhere. But now you growing up in the area of social media and everything, which adds more to it. But guess who you grew up underneath you, which is a gift and a curse. You grew up one of the top 5 greatest football players of all time, the best cornerback of all time, and he used to talk the talk and walk the walk. But the difference is you're not him.
I need him and Bronny to have some conversations.
You're not him. You're not him. So when he talked, when Prime talked, you had to listen, because I'm him, right? Sheduer, he was nice. college, but you're not prime. Like, let's just say if somebody like Mike Vick, right? When he came out of college. Mike Vick had a little leeway. Because anytime they say watching you play football is an experience, you talk a little shit. But imagine if Mike Vick had took football seriously and never got in trouble with the dog stuff. Would have revolutionized the position as it was, but would have took it to a level where you'd be like, God damn. But he passed the torch to Cam. Cam passed the torch to Lamar. But I'm just saying, Sheduer, man, listen. You cannot not talk to the media, but don't do the pantomime shit. Just go give them what they want. Feed them the bullshit, man. Feed them the lines. Look. And I hate to say this. I'm probably going to get in trouble for this. But all you guys out there, you know, that pretty little lady you sitting to next right now, you fed her some bullshit when you was talking to her. You played the game with her. You got what you want, but you like, I like her, I'm going to stay. But how many did you feed bullshit to, got what you wanted and left? If we're going to keep it above.
That's what we do.
That's what we do. Play the game with the NFL owners.
The same way. You know what? You've won me over, sir.
Coach, You've won me over. I'm Coach, what you need me to do? I'm ready.
And we're not saying he's not doing that.
I'm not saying he's not doing that. I'm just saying when it comes to getting in front of them cameras, keep the same mentality.
Do you want to touch on this Super Bowl shit?
Yes. Oh, definitely, man.
Please take off.
Okay, so Bad Bunny was announced as the halftime show performer for the next Super Bowl, and it's going to be in Santa Clara, right? And I said, wow, okay, Jay, I kind of see what you're doing. You're taking a jab at Buddy. Not only I'm going to have a Latino artist, one of the biggest of all time.
Numbers is crazy.
Most streamed artists in the world, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But one of the most streamed artists or the most streamed Latin artists in the world. I'm going to have him perform halftime at the biggest sporting event in the United States and in the country other than the World Cup. And I'm doing it in a border state.
Look at you doing a deep dive. And just so we're clear.
I'm doing it in a border state. Now.
Who's Jay taking the shot at? Just so everybody knows.
I ain't going to say his name because I don't want us to get shut down. But y'all know what I'm talking about. 45.
I tried.
45. Right? So my thing is this. Now, dude they petty already. You see what they said already. ICE agents will be on deck. Immigration agents will be on deck. So to show you, it's a pissing contest. Now, what does this mean? Here's my thing. What does this mean for the NFL? Do the owners make Jay's choice stand down? So you got to pick somebody else? Because a lot of people thought it was going to be Taylor Swift. Do you pick somebody else? Or do the owners, who are, they got more, a lot of them got more money than
Yeah, they're
Buddy.
Not rich. They're wealthy. It's a difference.
A lot of them got more money than Buddy. These is hobbies. Do they go to him and say, hey, motherfucker, slow that shit down. Don't come over here messing with our money, man. Don't come over here messing with our money. Well, hey, if because you don't like Shorty neither. If we put Taylor Swift there, you don't like her neither. Because she done openly said you full of shit. So you don't like her neither. So listen, man, don't come over here harassing people that want to come to this game and see Bad Bunny that's going to pay all this money to see it. And we finna make a lot of money.
If anybody can do that, if any group can do that, it would be the NFL. Because these are the good old boys, the good old boys.
Loaded.
With a lot of money and influence.
Now you had Jerry Jones get them cats together and say, look, yeah, I get it, but I looked at the numbers.
Yeah.
This shit finna go crazy.
Now, as a fan,
I like Bad Bunny.
I've never heard a Bad Bunny record in my life.
I like Bad Bunny. You probably heard it and don't realize you was listening to it. I know you've heard a Bad Bunny Cardi B record. I like it like that. That's Bad Bunny and Cardi B.
No.
Man, he got some joints that I don't speak Spanish, but when you hear it, I'll be like, oh, that's that Bad Bunny. And you can see he's a cold artist. You know what I'm saying? But and he's probably going to have a message, too, when he performs.
And that was him and Happy Gilmore, too. Did you see Happy Gilmore, too?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Cool.
The caddy.
Yes.
Yes.
Got it. Look,
WWE, he's wrestled in the WWE at SummerSlam.
and all his music is Latin, correct?
Yes, sir.
So,
Bang, da, bang, da, bang, da, da, bang.
all right. So then I just need to have my Google Translate on the entire show.
I mean, his music is such a vibe. You don't need no translator.
Okay.
It just rock. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm just saying, Bad Bunny is a vibe, man. And I'm curious to see. Does he bring out people with him? Does he have a cavalcade of Latin stars?
Cavalcade. Woo.
You like that?
Yeah. Woo.
A little
yeah.
bit
I'm gonna give you 10 for that one. Damn.
He bring out Latin stars. You know, he bring out the greats. You know what I'm saying?
Does he bring out any hip hop on this show?
Probably. Like I say, he got songs with Cardi B. He got songs with some rappers, but I'm saying he might keep it Latin. You know, you might have a Noriega. You might, he might keep it Latin. I'm just saying this is really a message being sent. You know, Latin people are being targeted. You know what I'm saying? This is a message. So now I wonder what people are going to say about this, about Jay and what he's doing. Because they had to bounce it off everybody. It had to get approved. So we can't sit up here and say they moving without the okay of. And Jerry Jones is a Trump guy.
Yep.
But they was like, who can we put on here that's gonna bring us some bread?
Well, you know who spent all the money, don't you?
With everything that's going on right now, we in California, Santa Clara, Bad Bunny. And the commercial was cold for him. He was just sitting on the goalpost with his little Havana hat on. I said, it's gonna be lit. I'll be watching just to see what happened. But like I said, they already announced that ICE agents will be on deck.
Since you put it that way, you know what? But I don't like politics getting into sports.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Hey, Republicans wear sneakers too.
They do. They do.
Remember who said
yes.
that? All y'all that's wearing that shit and be on your Republicans wear sneakers too.
I wonder how much them kicks going for right now.
Huh? Man,
the resale value is crazy.
Come on,
let's
now.
be clear.
Them right there.
If I could have got a pair,
say less.
You know what? As a fan of music, and by me never hearing any of his music or knowing his music, I didn't know what to expect. But I do love your point of view, and all that shit makes perfect sense to me.
That's a jab,
and I totally agree with you. So Bad Bunny, do your thing, buddy.
Yeah, I'm curious, and like I say, we still a ways out. If I want to see what the NFL says to the ICE agents being there. I want to see if over the next couple of months, the owners get together and say, hey, man, keep that bullshit away from what we doing. We finna make money. If you want to call the Super Bowl a sanctuary, so be it. But I doubt it's going to be a lot of illegals buying tickets to the Super Bowl. But because Bad Bunny, but then you got some people that say, I talked to this one brother. He said, oh, man, them people working with the feds, man, that's a setup. You're not, but I'm saying, some brothers looked at it like they got Bad Bunny that'll attract all of the Latin people there, and they gonna lock them up. I said, well, I can't deny you for looking at it like that. But I just think it's a play of, hey, listen, man, Latino people been going through it this year. They've been being targeted. They've been being rounded up like stray animals. We want to give them something to cheer for. The halftime of the Super Bowl. Plus, that is a part of our demographic who watches the game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Who plays the game.
We done had it for the brothers the past couple of years with Rihanna, with Usher. All right, we're going to hit y'all in the head with, boom, Bad Bunny. Because everybody thought Taylor was going to be the call this year. And I did, too, kind of think that, getting married.
That was too easy.
Taylor Swift.
If Jay is playing chess like he always does, this makes perfect sense.
Yep.
Right?
If he's playing chess. Now, to your man's point, I'm not mad at that logic either. Right? I couldn't get mad at it.
It's a 50-50 toss, and I hope it's the...
Especially when they openly say, we going to be there.
Yeah.
When that director say, well, we going to be there, we gonna be there deep. See how they rolled through South Shore on y'all ass?
Yeah, oh my God.
And let me tell you something, man, real quick. And I hate.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, let me tell you something. I talk about this in my comedy set. I remember back in the day, it was cool to say you was mixed with something else. where girls used to be like, my mama Puerto Rican and my daddy is, like Jamaican and black. You ain't saying that shit now. Like, what are you? I'm 75th. I'm full 75th Street. Only island I'm from is Stony Island. Blue Island, Rock Island. Please, sir, don't take me away. I got my papers.
Indeed, man.
You ain't saying you mix with shit now.
No, this good hair can because I put juices and baddies in it.
Yeah. You keep your hat on when you outside. They be like, stop him!
Hey,
or
man.
they start hollering at you in Spanish and you ignore them. They be like, mira, papi, mira! You mean, no, I'm on, what you on your way to the store to get? Some Flaming Hots in the RC. Let him go. He's black. He wants Flaming Hots in the RC.
Knowing I want some black beans and rice, man.
Yeah. You want some plantain? You going to jail, Poppy?
It's over with.
No, man. So, let's recap. Cap or fact. It's a little segment we like to do. We recap some of the stuff we talked about. Napheesa Collier should be the new face of the WNBA.
That's cap.
Yeah, I'm going cap on that too.
Cap.
As long as Aja Wilson is playing, I think Aja Wilson personally should be the face of the NBA. Now, a lot of people going to say Caitlin Clark, whatever. That's cool, but I think Miss Wilson from the Las Vegas Aces. 8 years in the league, 4 MVPs, 7th player to only reach 1,000 playoff points. Come on, man.
All that shit sounds great. Again, she just don't move the needle. It's cool. Who else you got next?
Come on, man. I'm just saying. So who you think should be the face of the league?
I mean, it's Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
Ain't won shit. Ain't done shit.
It don't matter,
Nothing.
Bro. We're talking business. We're talking numbers.
This is why. It's
the game that we're in.
I not get all that, but this is why they suffer a little bit. Because I get it. Those are the stars. You can promote them, but still the best player in the league is Miss Wilson.
And I said it before, I blame her agent. She didn't get her own shoe until she started crying and complaining about her not having one and Angel Reese having one and Caitlin Clark. I don't care. You'd have all those stats. Again, that's your agent's job to go get you a bag. But who's next? What's the next Captain fact?
But you're not going to run.
Yeah.
She's a big. She don't play outside.
I don't give a fuck.
4 MVPs in 8 years. Y'all crazy. That's crazy. When that shit gets swept under the rug,
you're not
just
wrong.
Because I got 1 million followers on Instagram,
you're not wrong.
That's why the game is fucked up.
Certain people just aren't marketable.
It's this. This is what I liken it to. Comics that be on the internet got 2 million followers. But when we get under them Airy Crown Theater lights, yeah, you see where the dog's at. And you bomb. Now, out of them 2 million followers, 4,000 came to see you. After the first 3 minutes of your show, they walking out. It just happened to my man, Drewski. Sorry to hear that he did a show. Drewski came out, and I like Drewski. Is funny as hell to me, man. It tickles the shit out of me. People left. But then you got comedians like Lavelle Crawford, the Corey Holcombs of the world, the D. Ray Davises. Put that work in. But we don't they don't get recognized because the masses like, come on, man, we got to stop. Aja Wilson, 4 MVPs, 8 years, 7th player to ever have 1,000 points in WNBA history. That's almost GOAT status.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
But you about to shit on it.
What I'm saying is, if I am the business as an owner or commissioner or whoever runs deciding who's going to be the face of this league, guess what? You've been here 10 years. She's been here 2. She's been here 2. My revenue has grown 400% because of these 2, or maybe a third. You've been doing all this, but you haven't moved the needle. I'm running with this dog right here.
Is it her job to move the needle, or is it the WNBA job to promote your greatness? Promote the greatness. I ain't mad at you promoting Caitlin and them, but promote that great. Don't forget that I got a 3-time champion, 4 times, and 8, the half of her career she's been fucking MVP.
Leon's correct. But
why can't we promote that?
It's a microwave system. You know that.
So now, let's say 5 years from now, Kaylin and Angel ain't got shit on the wall. But they hoopla about them coming in. Now, do you say, see, WNBA, you fucked up? I'm saying I think there's a way that you can push all of them, but I'm always going to put the focus on who is tearing this. I get it. They got all the hype coming in from college and all that. But this motherfucker is Jordan of the league.
You're right.
Dominant.
Unfortunately, business gets in the way of sport.
You're right. Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Famer already, even if he's done. I'm going to say no.
Yeah, I'm going Cap as well.
I'm going Cap on that just because. Well, no, I forgot. He did win a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I think he gets
my
in.
light-skinned cousin.
No, okay, I take it back. I think he gets in, not first round.
I say Cap. I'm still staying with Cap because I feel like his career would have been better staying put.
He still was a dog in Miami, even with bullshit quarterbacks.
Yeah, but when you don't win anymore, no one pays attention.
But that's not on him. That's a team thing.
It's not. And so your stats, when they go look at the stats and what you've done, I get it, but I'm still calling Cap.
I think his first couple of years as a kick returner, once he got put in that receiver role with Patrick Mahomes in that offense, he didn't fall off when he went to Miami. The team just sucked. So I think he'll get in, but it would be like he'll have to wait a little bit, like, Art Monk or them cats like that.
Damn, you put him in Art Monk? That's crazy.
Well, I'm just saying, like, the
that's
wait.
Nasty.
Like, they had to wait.
Yeah, I would love for him to be first round, but who you got?
Russell Wilson will never start another NFL game.
Fact.
Cap. I think he's going to get another shot. I think, and I'm not wishing this on him, but I think Jackson Dart might get a little injury or something, and they might have to throw him back in there. They're going to throw him in there before they throw in Jameis. Unless he says, I'm gone, I ain't dealing with this shit.
I just feel like when a team benches you, they're done with you.
Yeah. But I just the way Jackson Dart plays, because I saw him not slide a couple of times. He's going to get lit up and he's going to have to sit out.
If Dart gets hurt and they don't go back to Russell,
I'm retiring immediately on the spot. But okay. I don't think they're going to go to Jameis before they go to Russell. I think they'll go back to Russell before they go to Jameis.
Okay.
Because Jameis is still QB3 on the roster. The Eagles' offense is too predictable.
That's a fact. Out of the first 4 games, that's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. We know what y'all going to do, but you can't stop it, though. And the defense has been keeping them in games, but they got to do something different. They got to do something. They got to open it up a little bit earlier. And then if you want to, when you up 14, Saquon left, Saquon right, Jalen left, Jalen right. But they gotta, before them receivers get disgruntled. Well, one is already disgruntled, but let's see. The Ravens are finished as Super Bowl contenders. Go ahead and say it. You know what you want to say? You bastard.
Fuck it, I'm standing on business, man. That is fact.
Cap.
And we already know why.
They got a shot. We 4 games in. Their division is trash. They could come back and whoop everybody. The only way I'm going to say it's over if I see them lose to Pittsburgh. They whooping everybody else. The Bengals, they're going to whoop the Browns. They're gonna whoop everybody. And it all depends on if Lamar is healthy. Lamar's not healthy, then I'm a little nervous. But Lamar healthy, they win in their division. And if they get in the playoffs and they got one home game, anything's possible.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go Cap. Bad Bunny was the best Super Bowl halftime choice in 5 years.
That's super
in the past
fucking,
5 years.
That's super fucking Cap. But when you talk about putting politics into it and everything that has happened, when you think about Jay being in control, who he's put on that stage, how much fanfare, how many clicks it gets with the Kendrick shit, and whoever was before that, I can't even think right now.
Rihanna, Usher.
Okay. Yeah, nah, man, it's not the best. And this is me as a personal fan of music because I don't know his music. But yeah, nah, that's not the best.
I want to wait and see till the show happens. But as of right now, it's probably gonna be in the past 5 years. Ain't nobody finna fuck with this. The Latinos. One thing we know about the Latino nation, G. When it's one of theirs, they get behind. The only other people I seen get behind their people more than Latinos is the Asian people, Asian folk. Asian folk get behind they folk. Latino, them people gonna be out there for Bad Bunny, man.
So you
they
got
gonna
facts.
stream. I'm talking about, man, listen, all the way from Mexico, Spain, Ecuador, Guatemala, they gonna have the legions supporting that. That's gonna be one of the most watched halftime shows in the past 5 years.
Humble
I'm
Park,
going,
Pilsen, all them shit's juking, yeah.
Wow.
Just saying.
I think I want to see it first, but I think. And when we say best, what do you mean? Like, I'm not a total Bad Bunny fan. I know a few of his songs, but it's probably gonna be more watched than Kendrick and any of them.
Yeah, I was
other
gonna say
ones,
we got to go with the metric of watch
it's
and
gonna beat all
performance.
them.
Okay,
it's gonna beat all them. They're going to be there, my friend, to see the Bad Bunny.
All right, I ain't going, but we can get up out of here, man. If you good.
Hey, man, listen, man. If you enjoy the show, man, please subscribe, like, comment, man. What do y'all think about some of the cap of fact things we said? Put it down in the comments, and we'll read the best ones next week, man. Merch is on the way, man. I got something cooking. I got somebody cooking, man. If you want a Sports Unplugged sticker, man, hit your boy up, man. I might send you one. You know, jump in my DMs or something. Give me an address. I send you a Sports Unplugged sticker and represent with us, man. We're trying to make it work. Just two brothers on the struggle, man. You know, that was gangbanging right there. That's a Chicago thing. We're going to leave that alone. We'll see y'all next week. Remember, like, subscribe, comment. Go to Instagram, Sports Unplugged. Go to Facebook, Sports Unplugged. Go to TikTok, Sports Unplugged. That's SportsUnplugged. All together, one word. Sports with a Z, Unplugged. For Media Mind, my name is Leon Rogers. Catch y'all next week, bitches.